What's up, my shady bells? It's your favorite here, Dr. Tish, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's been a while, y'all. I have not uploaded a video in a couple of weeks on this channel in regards to what this channel is about, and I miss y'all. Did y'all miss me? I'm waiting for a second for y'all to answer. Good, I'm happy to hear that. But anyway, today's video, I'm gonna be talking about porosity and what is porosity when it pertains to hair. But I'm gonna be doing it a little bit different today. Instead of me answering the question for you about what porosity is, I'm gonna have my students answer it. Y'all ready?
Yes.
But before we get all the way into this video, make sure you do me a favor and you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell next to it, comment, share, and thumbs up this video. All right, so let's get right into it. Porosity. We're talking about porosity and how it pertains to hair. A lot of people be concerned and frustrated with their hair. Well, a lot of African American women, that is, are really concerned about how their hair can be like dry and stuff like that. So with this concern, we can help them understand why it's dry, how they can moisturize it, and all of that, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is answer the definition. What is porosity? Who wants to answer that for me? Which one of you, the young, smart ladies that's retained all of this good information that I taught you guys months ago? What is porosity? Miss Maya?
Hair porosity is the ability of the hair to absorb moisture.
Right. I hope y'all heard her. Did y'all hear her? Was she loud enough? Maybe she should say it a little. Maybe she should say it a little bit louder. A little bit louder for us, Maya.
The ability of the hair to absorb moisture.
Right. So porosity simply means the ability for the hair to absorb moisture. When you think about something that is porous, think about a sponge, right? And when you look at a sponge, ladies, when you look at a sponge, what does it have in it that make the sponge soak up the water?
Holes in it.
It has holes in it, right? So when it comes to hair, when the hair cuticle, which part of the hair? The cuticle layer of the hair. Which part of the hair is that?
It's the outside layer.
Right, the outside layer, right? So when that outside layer of hair has holes in it, it can almost resemble a sponge. Mm-hmm. And what happens when the hair cuticle has holes in it? It absorbs the moisture, right?
Yes.
But does it keep the moisture in? If it's wide open, no.
Right.
If it's wide open, it does not keep the moisture in. So, in order for our hair to keep the moisture in, what is it that has to be done with that? What has to happen with that hair in order for the hair to keep that moisture?
The cuticle needs to be closed.
Right. The cuticle layer needs to be closed. And how do we keep the cuticle layer closed? By not doing what? Maya, I think Maya knows the answer. So if you just think of it like this. First of all, heat contracts, cool temperatures. No. Heat expands, cool temperatures contract, right? So cool temperatures is going to close the cuticle and heat is going to expand the cuticle. So in a situation like that, if the cuticle needs to stay closed in order for it not to be high, porous, if the cuticle needs to be closed in order for it to not be porous, what would you do with that hair? Use what type of temperature on that hair? Cool temperature, right. So what should you not do to that hair in order for the cuticle to stay closed?
Don't use hot water.
Right, hot water and heat, yeah. So how many, let's move on to the different types of porosity. What are the 3 different types of porosity? Right.
I thought you said porosity.
So what is it, Manaja? What is the 3 different types of porosity?
Low, medium, high.
Right. So low porosity means what?
More resistant to moisture.
Right. So if it's more resistant to moisture, that means what is happening with that cuticle layer when it's more resistant? It's tight.
It's tight.
Right. The cuticle of a low porosity hair is tightly bound. If the cuticle layer has high porosity, what is that cuticle layer looking like? Wide open, exactly. And if it has medium porosity, what is it? What's happening with that cuticle?
Normal.
Slightly.
It's not open. It's not all the way open. It's not all the way closed.
Right. So it's what? Slightly raised.
Yeah.
So, what'd you say, Anaja?
More wide space.
More wide space?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When it's high porosity. So, let's imagine this right here being our strand of hair. This is the strand of hair, right? And this is the cuticle. This is the cortex. And this is the medulla. So it's 3 layers of hair. This is a high porosity when the cuticle is wide open. Low porosity when it's really tight. Medium porosity when it's slightly raised. So, in a nutshell, we want our hair to have what type of porosity? What's ideal?
Medium, average.
Right, medium average, because that type of hair is going to be able to hold moisture. So when it's a high porosity cuticle, the moisture is coming in and out. It's not staying. It's coming in, but it's not staying in. It's leaving right back out. But if it's medium, it's raised just enough that the moisture can come in, right? But if it's tightly bound, like that, what's happening with moisture?
It's rolling around.
Right, it can't get in. So normally that's why natural hair is what? Dry and brittle. And it also has what type of porosity? Low porosity. Yes. Aren't they smart? They got this, honey. I hope y'all got it. What else is there to know about porosity before we end this video? What do you think my audience needs to know about porosity before we end this video? Going once, going twice.
Porosity also is important for like chemical surfaces to
take place, right? To react. Right. So Maya just said that porosity is also important for chemical surfaces to take place. And what makes it important? Like, for example, a relaxer. Why would how would the type of porosity affect a relaxer surface? Or how would a relaxer surface be affected by it or whatever?
With someone with low porosity, it may take longer for the relaxer to take into the hair.
Right.
It has to open up that cuticle first.
Right. So with a virgin relaxer, what strength relaxer do you think you would use in a situation like that? If it's virgin hair and they're getting their hair relaxed, we know that hair has low porosity. What type of relaxer do you think that type of hair, in terms of the strengths, mild, super, or regular?
Could be regular.
I would say mild. Yeah.
Mild is the same thing, sensitive.
No, sensitive is basically if somebody has like sensitive scalp and they burn easily, you would use a sensitive one. That's the one that they use the activator for. So the reason why you would use a mild relaxer is because it takes longer for that relaxer to process. It gives you more time to relax that hair. With a super relaxer, so the difference between relaxers is people think that you use mild because the person's hair is fine texture or whatever, or medium texture. But that's not the reason. The reason for a fine relaxer is because the processing time is longer. For a medium strength relaxer, the processing time is a little shorter than fine texture relaxer. And then for a super relaxer, the processing time is the shortest. So on a person who has virgin hair, you would use relaxer for the fine strength. Is it what is it? Super, medium, and fine, right? Those are the three for relaxers? Yeah. Yep. So there you have it. And that is gonna be the conclusion of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. But just to recap really quick, porosity is the ability for the hair to absorb moisture. There are 3 types of porosity, which is low, medium, and high. And it's best to use cool temperature water on your hair when dealing with hair, because that's going to keep that cuticle layer intact and keep the porosity on the low to medium end. I think that's it, right? Well, anyway, again, thank you all for watching, and remember, hair is your glory. Until next time, peace.